Every top business in the world are middlemen. Let's take a look. Amazon, they connect sellers to buyers. Ubers, they don't have cars. They connect drivers to people that need rides. Airbnb, they don't own homes, right? They just connect people that have housing to people that want to rent, correct? So wholesaling is the exact same thing, right? Wholesaling, you don't actually buy the property. All it is just two pieces of paper. So a lot of people ask me in my comment section or in my DMs, how does wholesaling real estate work? So I made a video that is super simple to understand, so the people that are interested in it can get started. And you don't need any money to start. You don't need anything. All you need is a strong enough reason to do it, and you'll do it. Here we go. How does wholesaling real estate work? So we find motivated sellers, people that are wanting to sell their homes. People sell their homes all the time, right? People need to sell their homes quick, can't fix the house, too many repairs, don't want listings, agents, or they don't want to wait 2 to 3 months, right? Another reason why people sell their homes is they're going through divorce, foreclosure, they're tax delinquent on the property, inherited property from their parents, like someone died, or a tired landlord. They're just tired of renting their tenants, right? And then here's wholesaler, me right here. We find the after repair value of a house, and then we negotiate for a fair price. And how we get that number is through underwriting and finding our maximal allowable offer. Basically what that means is we find the value of the house after repairs, and then we negotiate it to a price where we can actually make money off of it. And then we get that number through underwriting and finding that through comparables. And then we give them our offer, and we find our max allowable offer that, so we like have our anchor price and we know what to not go over. Because if we go over a max allowable offer, we're not making any money. And then we're the middleman between a motivated seller and an investor, and gets the property under a purchase agreement contract, the property under an assignment free contract at closing, right? So basically what that means is like we go to the motivated seller and they want to sell their home, and all we do is we sign the purchase agreement. We don't actually buy the house. We find someone to buy the house, and then we sign it under an assignment fee. And then an investor or a cash buyer are people that have hard cash up front, right? So they're looking to purchase another property in the area in their little buy box, and they want good cash flow, right? Wants a property with good cash flow. An investor would buy a property if the numbers make sense. So dispositioning or finding an investor is something that you don't have to worry about. If the numbers add up, you'll be good. All right, and then super simple, just two papers. The purchase agreement. A purchase agreement is just a paper that says, I agree to sell my house to you for this price. And then the assignment fee is just the money that I get for finding the deal and assigning it to another buyer. Okay, let's run a little example. Let's say we have this distressed property right here. We got this distressed property for $60K. And then this house obviously needs repairs, and the seller wants to sell it fast, right? The price agreed is $60K. How do we find the ARV of this property after repair value? We look at nearby houses and we run comps. Okay, so we look at the neighbors' houses, same square footage, same bed and bath, all that. We look at that and we run comparables. From there, we find the after repair value, and then we also calculate how much of repairs it's going to take, depending on how damaged the house is. And then for the underwriting, let's say this property's after repair value is $150,000. The repairs are $30K. The investor obviously wants profit, and they're not going to purchase a property only 70% of it. So the maximum allowable offer an investor can make on any property is the after repair value times 0.7, because they're not going to purchase a property at 100% because they need that 30% for risk or anything happens with the property or more damages than expected, minus those rehab costs. So let's run this little example. Let's say the after repair value is $150K. 70% of that minus the repair cost, which is $30K, gives us $75K. So right here, we can lock it up at 60. Our maximum allowable offer is 75. So we can make a quick, easy 15K right there, right? And then the dispositioning. How do we actually find the buyers to buy these homes? Let's say we lock up that house for 60K, and then we're selling it for 75. How do we find people that are buying those homes? How do we find investors, especially if you're starting and you're brand new, right? Dispositioning, what dispositioning basically is just a step where you find an investor to take over the contract. After you agree to buy the house at a discounted price, you show the deal to cash buyers and investors who are looking for properties to fix, resell, or rent or out. People are buying properties all the time for renting, to fix and flip, for many reasons, right? So how can you find these investors or fix and flippers? Reaching cash buyers. So you go on Zillow and you click last 6 months and you click bought. You can find that on Zillow, Redfin, PropStreams, and all these people are buying properties in that area in the last couple of months. And if you could also tell if the property is also for sale, and they just bought a couple months ago and it looks renovated, that means they're fix and flippers, right? And in Facebook groups, you can post your wholesale deal. You got to be really smart how you post it, to not just you can't post it before you lock up the deal or give it to someone. Like people are snaky. You gotta protect yourself, right? So when you post it on Facebook, make sure to say like serious buyers only, and vet your buyers out, because there's a lot of people that are just trying to, they're just another wholesaler, it's not an investor, and they're just trying to take your money, right? And then you post it in the area. So like for example, I'm in Utah. There's not a lot of wholesale deals that happen around here. But let's say I was in Utah and I had a deal. My first deal was in Utah. I'd be like, realtors in Utah, and then I would post a deal. And then for the buyers list, once you get your buyers, you ask your investors what's their buy box, like what areas are they looking to buy. So next time it's more automated. So you create a list like Google Sheet, and then you can also put that onto GHL, so it's more automatic, and like it's the whole system can get like automated, right? So that's basically what wholesaling is. And this is the end closing. Closing is super simple. Let's say you do everything right, everything should be good from here, unless the seller finds out how much money you're making. That's why you always want to hide how much you're making, because sometimes it gets the like, usually it's a for sale by owner, it gets them concerned, and they're like, oh, you're making this much off of me, I don't want to sell it to you anymore. So you got to be really smart on what you disclose. So some states are attorneys, some states are title company, and basically all that is that they handle the closing, and then everyone gets paid their money and gets paid out what they owe and what they deserve. But that's basically what wholesaling is. It's super simple, right? Anyone can do it. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section below. I'm trying to respond to as many questions, and I'm trying to provide as much free value. Like, I'm just literally teaching you what I do for free. So because that's what I wanted when I started, and that's basically it. You can follow me on Instagram. If you have any questions, you can DM me in there as well. It's Jojo Joe out on everything. Peace.